It's the end. NBA2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. And the Jazz start out with the ball. Stockton with it. There's a screen. 6 on the shot clock. With the lead pass. Robertson with the steal. Now, here is Stojakovic. Got that bucket in no time at all. And here's Stockton. Outside, Maravich. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Richmond with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. Lucas. Pass to Richmond. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Weber inside. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You can't let someone of his skill go unbodied at the rim like that. Box him out. Get him away from the basket. He'll make you pay with tip-ins like you just saw.
Now, here is Maravich. Back to Stockton. Clock at 6. Ring shot on the way. Stockton left side. And the jumper is on the mark.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Pass to Stojakovic. Robertson with it. To the inside. Lucas. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes. Like conducting an orchestra.
Maravich left side. Back to Stockton. Dantley. It's on target from the high post.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Now here's Richmond. Pass to Robertson. Back and down. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
I was able to talk with Quinn Snyder for a moment.
Here is Maravich. It's tipped. Robertson with the steal. Up the floor. Hammers it on. The polish off the break. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Now Stockton. Stockton left side. Robertson with the steal. Pass to Stojakovic. Back to Robertson. Here's Stojakovic. Maravich with the steal. And here we go. Outside for Stockton. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Now, here is Maravich. And here's Maravich. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 2 on the clock. Off target with his 3.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Robertson with it. Now here's Robertson. That 3 off the mark. Utah trailing here. Into Karl Malone. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty. Here's Robertson. Back to Stojakovic. Pass to Lucas. Now Robertson. Shot clock at 6. Connects on the foul line jumper.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Here's Stockton. Maravich left side. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
Just got a little careless on that pass. They should be able to connect on those.
And it's the Kings with the ball. Richmond with it. Pass to Robertson. Back to Richmond. Lucas with it. Now here's Richmond. Here's the screen. Richmond right side. Just 4 to shoot. Again, Sacramento.
Boy, really nice job to take what the defense was giving them there.
Now here's Stockton. Outside, Maravich. 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. They grab their own miss. Malone. And the layup's good off the glass.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Now here's Robertson. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Outside, Maravich. Back to Stockton. Stolen by Stojakovic. Richmond outside. Pass to Weber. Back to Richmond. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And here's Utah. Trailing here by 8. Stockton right side. Stockton right side. Stanley. Clock at 4. Maravich left side. The fadeaway. That is good. Now Robertson. 6 points for him. Richmond right side. Pass to Lucas. Stojakovic with it. Good on the triple. He's got 5.
That is not enough coverage. Got to be better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Stockton outside. Maravich backing down. Makes it off the glass.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
And here is Robertson. Richmond outside. Fires the 3. And another 3 for Sacramento.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Stockton outside. They set the pick. Up top, Maravich. Back to Stockton. Stockton right side. 6 to shoot. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Here is Maravich. Pass to Stockton. Releases. There's the block. Here's Robertson. He has 6. Lucas up top. Robertson goes up on the wing. They get it back. Banked in off the glass. He's got 6. Maravich with it. Pass to Stockton. Just 5 to shoot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And another thing you see him do a lot and do very well is draw and dish. He brings defenders to him in the low post and then kicks the ball out to the wide open teammate if he's double teamed.
And the first one at the line is good. So Utah ends up going with the new group. And Stockton drops them both. Now Evans. Pass to D-Box. And here's Bibby. Right side Martin. Shot from the wing. Right side Martin. Now here's Stockton. Here's Gobert. Back to Stockton. Griffin. True on the 14-footer. The Kings leading. Bibby with it. Pass to Martin. And it's Karolinko with the rebound.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Or the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Here is Hayward. Now Karolinko. Just 5 on the clock. Griffin. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one. The Jazz making a switch here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Evans with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Pass to Bibby. 3-pointer. And that one's good.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Utah trailing here. Karolinko with it. Back to Hornacek. Pulls up on the elbow. Can't hit.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Evans. Back to D-Box. Pass to Evans. Clock at 6. Now here's Bibby. There's the 3. Bibby with the bucket. He's got 6. Griffin. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Kings ahead. The second quarter coming up right up. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Kings really take control here. Now Evans. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Bibby misses. Utah with the ball. A 12-point game. Goes up on the block. Karolinko. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. And here's Evans. Pass to Bibby. Evans outside. 5 on the clock. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over.
Outside Kirilenko. Griffith. Griffith. Blocked. Here's Evans. Pass to Bibby. Here's Martin. Back to Bibby. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. 8 points for him.
What a move. He saw a window on the other side of the rim and whipped it around for the immaculate reverse.
And the Jazz call time here. And the Jazz making a change here. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Here's Hornacek. Pass to Mitchell. Shoots a three. Utah the rebound. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. First free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. With the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
Yeah, and they've got to jump at the chance to actually stretch this thing out even more.
Good point. Martin. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Pass to Mitchell. Here is Hayward. And the call will be against Kevin Martin. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
Now here's Millsap. Here's Gobert. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Williams. Left side Williams. Kevin Martin on the wing. Left side Martin. 4 on the clock. Here's Cousins. And there are the Kings with another bucket. And it's Utah's ball. They trail by 18. Pass to Mitchell. Back to Hornacek. Here's Mitchell. Shoots the three. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Williams with the ball. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Theus. Misses the three. And so it's Utah here with the ball. Here's Hayward. Got it from 16 feet. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Back to Cousins. Backs down. Shot left block. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Mitchell's shot is good. Timeout called by the Kings. The Jazz making a switch here. Now here's Williams. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Lucas. Tries to save it. Now, here is Weber. Millsap on him. And here is Williams. Shot clock at 6. Second chance shot. And he gets it to go.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
Now Maravich. Just to Millsap. Maravich left side. Maravich left side. Millsap. Back to Maravich. Shot clock at 5. Shoots a fader. No good. Right side, Williams. Pass to Lucas. Now Weber. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. This is his first trip to the line tonight. That free throw, no good. And the Jazz making a change here. He hits the second from the line. Here's Mitchell. Outside, Maravich. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off. And here is Williams. Richmond left side. Back to Williams. Pass to Stojakovic. Here's Williams. 6 on the shot clock. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
The Kings making a switch here. Now, here is Maravich. There's the pick. Pass to Mitchell. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Now the Kings with it. 16-point lead. Robertson with it. 6 points for him. Now here's Lucas. That's good. He's got 8.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Outside, Maravich. Pass to Mitchell. Clock at 6. Knocked away. And they're moving it up. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. And here are the Jazz now. It's an 18-point game. Malone outside. Working on Weber. Malone in the post. 6 to shoot. Pass to Maravich. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Now here's Lucas. Pass to Robertson. Backing in. Stojakovic with it. Outside for Richmond. 4 on the shot clock. Soft touch off the glass. He has 7. Outside, Maravich. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Now here's Robertson. He's got 6. Stojakovic. Back to Robertson. Backing down. Outside for Richmond. Just 3 to shoot. That drops. Here's Mitchell. Dantley. Pass to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Looking to end the drought. Another miss by Utah.
Well, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Now Robertson. Now here is Stojakovic. Here's Robertson. Here's Lucas. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 10 points for him.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Outside, Maravich. Maravich left side. That falls. Nice feed that time from Pete Maravich. Now Robertson. He has 6. Missed the chippy right there. The Jazz on offense. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Outside, Maravich. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. 6 points for him.
In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency. But here in the second, he's turned it around.
Richmond outside. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Outside, Maravich. Pass to Mitchell. Tries a 3, and that one's good.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
And here's Lucas. And here's Stojakovic. He's got 5. Richmond. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds, Kings ball. Sacramento keeps possession. The Jazz making a switch here. Here's Robertson. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. He's got 8.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Stockton right side. Pass to Maravich. 6 on the shot clock. The shot from the low post is good.
Boy, he's really doing a nice job taking advantage of what the defense is giving.
Here's Robertson. He's got 8. Now Stojakovic. Back to Robertson. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Utah with the ball. Stockton outside. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater. So as we conclude the first half, welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Mitch Richmond in this game, he has been everywhere. Here's Sacramento. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. There's the pick. Here's Robertson. No good on the triple. And here's Maravich. Dantley. Richmond with the rebound.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Pass to Weber. Now Stojakovic. Here is Lucas. Backs him down. Off target with the jump hook. Maravich with it. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 10.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Pass to Stojakovic. From downtown. The putback. Slams it home for the putback.
That one goes down, but offensively, just 1 of 4 to start the third quarter.
And the Jazz call time here. Robertson with the steal. Now, here is Stojakovic. Back to Stojakovic. Pass to Lucas. Now, here is Stojakovic. 6 to shoot. And blocked. Here's the break. Stockton with it. Stockton's shot is off. And it's the Kings with the ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
And offensively, you'll find him often lurking on those corners. Always a high percentage shot among three-pointers, and especially for him.
Outside, Maravich. Back to Stockton. From about 19 feet, and it's blocked.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Out of bounds, Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. Timeout called by the Kings. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Now here's Robertson. The shot's good from Robertson. Now here is Maravich. 10 points for him. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence. Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Now here's Robertson. 10 points for him. Now Stojakovic. Lucas backs down. Again, Sacramento.
Got him with the turnaround there. That was as sweet as honey.
Here's Stockton. He has 6. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Just 5 on the clock. Maravich. Richmond with the steal. And they're on the break. And he finishes the break with a lay-in. 13 points in the game. Guys, if they're going to make a run, no time like the present.
This has not been a pretty picture. I certainly expected a better game than what we've gotten so far.
Here's Stockton. Stockton left side. Off the left rim and out.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Robertson with it. Back to Robertson. Sinks the triple. Here is Maravich. He's got 12. There's a good screen. Dantley, back to Maravich. Lock at 6. Inside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Pete Maravich. 8 points for him.
He really made that mismatch pay off. The defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
Now here's Robertson. Pass to Stojakovic. Now Robertson. Back to Stojakovic. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Now here's Stockton. 6 points for him. Dantley. Pass to Stockton. Shot clock at 6. Poked away. Out in his zone on the break. Here's Stojakovic. Throws down the breakaway jam. And here's Maravich. He's got 12. And that one's good. 14 points for him.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Out of bounds, Kings ball. Sacramento keeps possession for the Jazz. Now here's Devons. That's to Bibby. There's the triple. Can't get it to go. An even 3-on-3 break. Here is Hayward. And here's Stockton. And that one's good. He's got 8. And it's the Kings with the ball. Bibby with it. He's got 8. Pass to Evans. They set the screen. 4 on the clock. And here's Martin. Bibby. Bibby with the bucket.
You know, they've got to be careful not to give a shooter of his caliber open looks like that. 1 or 2 of those are all it takes to really get him going.
Here's Stockton. Here's Gobert. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Pass to Evans. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cousins inside. And he gets it to go. He's got 6. Stockton outside. Griffin. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. And the Jazz making a change here. Here's Hornacek. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Just 4 to shoot. The shot by Karolinko, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Evans up top. He got right to the cup using that screen.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
They set the pick. Griffin. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
That's to Bibby. Back to Martin. Gives him the lead pass. Divac in the post. On the basket by Divac.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Griffin. Can they get it? And the layup is up and in. He has 6.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Now here's Evans. They set the pick. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Blocked. That is good. Now Bibby. 11 points in the game. Leaps for it. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. And here's Hornacek. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here is Hayward. Pass to Kirilenko. 5 on the clock. And he uses the glass on the layup. And here's Bibby. Evans outside. Back to Bibby. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Martin missing.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Here is Hayward. Griffith. Fader on the way. And Utah again with the bucket. Now the Kings with it. Now Bibby. He's got 11. Back to Cousins. Evans. Evans left side. Pass to Bibby. And he gets it to go from the high post. 13 points in the game. Here is Hayward. Here is Hayward. Griffin. That misses, would have kind of had it gone in. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Kings on top. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Here comes Jeff Hornacek. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Gobert. Here's Mitchell. Here's Mitchell. Puts up a 3. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Now here's Evans. Cousins inside. Williams. And that one hits back iron. There's the screen. Down low. Now here's Millsap. That's good.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Back to D-Box. Pass to Evans. 1 minute now into this 4th quarter. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And the Jazz making a change here. Here's Mitchell. Hornacek. Pass to Millsap. Back to Hornacek. Here's Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. Steps back and shoots. They get the rebound. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And the first one drops. He makes 1 of 2 that time. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. There's the pick. Pass to Cousins. Off with the layup. Here's Mitchell. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. And here are the Kings now. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. There's a screen. Right side, Kirilenko. Pass to Hornacek. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell's shot is good. So it's Sacramento now. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Now, here's Cousins. And here's Evans. 6 to shoot. And the shot is good.
I don't think they come much easier than that look.
Hornacek with it. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Williams. Pass to Evans. Evans, right side. Back to Williams. He lobs it up. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mitchell. Outside for Millsap. Kirilenko with it. Here's Mitchell. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Back to Cousins. Evans. Pass to Divac. And here is Cousins. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap. And here's Hornacek. Back to Millsap. Hornacek with it. Here's Gobert. Here's Hornacek. Connects from 3-point range. Here comes Tyreke Evans. Outside Williams. Back to Evans. Theus. And the layup falls.
That's really the area where they like all of their shots to come from.
Now, here is Hornacek. Pass to Mitchell. And good on the basket. Book it.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
And it's the Kings with the ball. Now here's Williams. Evans outside. Theus gets it to go from beyond the arc.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Hornacek, but they recover it. Pass to Kirilenko. Back to Millsap. Lock at 6. Right side, Kirilenko. Millsap. Kirilenko. The shot by Kirilenko, no good.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that. Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
Here comes Jeff Hornacek. Pass to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. That's good.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
And here's Evans. Pass to Mitchell. And here's Hornacek. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Now Williams. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Kirilenko tries again. It's hauled in by the Kings.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Back to Evans. And another three for Sacramento.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass it.
Here's Mitchell. Hornacek with it. Pass to Mitchell. Hornacek with it. The steal. 3-on-3. Theus. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Now, here is Hornacek. 6 on the shot clock. Now, here is Hornacek. Will it go? Shot's good. And here's Evans. Evans, right side. And it's Kirilenko with the rebound. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Hornacek. Here's Mitchell. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Outside Williams. Back to Evans. The kick out to Williams. Pocket 4. And the shot is good.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Now here's Kirilenko. Now Hornacek. Here's Gobert. Pass to Kirilenko. And he gets the bucket. Here's Williams. Evans. Back to Williams. Left side Williams. Evans outside. Stolen by Kirilenko. Left side Kirilenko. Pass to Hornacek. Shot clock at 3. Kirilenko. This one for 3. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. And here is Williams. Millsap with the double team. Back to Williams. Right side Williams. No good. Here's Millsap. Hornacek with it. Takes the 13-footer. Kirilenko. Back to Hornacek. On the top of the key. The shot, no good. So it's the Kings